There's no trade that I wouldn't like a daily dose of the downpouring of dollars daily as they trade the futures market. None. Now, what if I tell you it is possible to win all your trades by just applying some strategies here and there without losing any trade at the end of the day? Do you think it's possible? Yes, it is possible, and I will show you in this video. What's up, guys? How you doing? Now, look at this trade. Look at this trade. You will notice something. You will notice, number one, that the size, you will notice that I'm trading the same asset, which is cyber. All right, cyber. Now the size for, I'm using both positions, which are long and short, for the same asset. Now the size for each of these positions are the same, which is 0.5, 0.5. I'm using the same capital, which is 0.49, which is 49 cents. I enter the trade with the same entry price, which is 10.848 for the long and 10.848 for the short. So the same entry price. Do you understand? So I'm using the same leverage and the same margin mode. Then if you observe the return on equity, you will notice that they are the same. 12.20, 12.20, 12.20, 12.8, 12.29, 12.29. Do you understand? If you have huge trading capital, what you will do in this case is, first of all, you return, because if you notice I'm using the reverse position. So you return it to close position first, okay? I hope you know how to do it. I once thought about it. Return it to close position. Then for this long, wipe out this liquidation price. For this long, wipe out this liquidation price. So that if the trade start going against you while you are still in the long position, you will still remain in the position. You will still remain in the trade. You won't be liquidated. Do you understand? So wipe out the liquidation price for long. Then over here, for the short, apply DCA, dollar cost averaging. For the short, apply dollar cost averaging. So it means if the trade, while you are still in the short position, if the trade keeps going higher and higher instead of reducing, if the price keeps going up and up and up instead of reducing, you will be dollar cost averaging your trade. For the short position, you will be applying DCA. Okay, that way your liquidation price will be pushed further away from what it is now. Okay, it will be increased further. Okay, so meaning your chances of getting liquidated will be shifted. It will be shifted further. Do you understand? Why for your long position you wipe out the liquidation price completely? I hope it's clear now. Alright, first of all, the downside of this combination, we are dealing with a combo which is DCA and hedge mode combined together. So the downside of this combo is that you will need to have enough trading margin. In other words, you will need to have good amount of capital in order to make use of this strategy and maximize it to the very best. Do you understand? So you will need good trading margin to make use of this combo. So at this point, I am applying to remove the liquidation price. Now, I will not teach you how to do this. I won't teach you how to do this because I've already taught on how to do this. And if you want the video, if you would like to watch the video on how to remove liquidation price, I will put the video in the description of this very one you are watching. So you will check the description, you will see the video on how to remove liquidation price. So at this point, I was removing liquidation price. So please, from here now, I am using screenshot. Now, I took this trade solely for the purpose of showing you guys how to go about this. So from this very point moving forward, it is all screenshot because I took screenshot while the trade was ongoing, so that I will put them together and show you guys. All right. So over here, you can see I have successfully removed the liquidation price. It is no longer showing. It is no longer showing. So like I said earlier on, let me repeat, please. If you want to know how to remove the liquidation price, I will attach the video to that very tutorial on how to remove the liquidation price. I will attach it in the description below. So you check out the description and you will see the video. Now, why this combo or combination is very good is because in one of the positions you will be losing, in the other position you will be making profit. Now, the signal for this trade was for me to long cyber. All right. And to remove liquidation price, you have to make sure the position you are taking is a long position. So first and first, even if the market will go against me in the long position, I don't have any worries. So what I have to do is to remove liquidation price, just like I have done. And I said, if you need the video, it's in the description below. Now, back to the short position. Now, for the short position, I am already making profit. And let me say this at this point. When you are applying this combo, in one of the position you will be losing, in the other position you will be making profit. Now, in this case, I am making profit already in cyber, in the short position of cyber, while in the long position of cyber, I am losing. Now, at this point, what I have to do is since I have removed liquidation price for the long, then what I have to do for the short is to apply stop loss. All right. Now, at this point, I could decide to use my entry price, this entry here, as my stop loss. Or I could decide to use any value between the entry and the market price, the current market price as at that time. Either I use any value between the entry and the current market price, or I use my entry alone as my new stop loss. Do you understand? Seeing that I am already in profit in the short position. So you may ask, how do the DCA aspect now come in? The dollar cost averaging, how do that aspect come in this very combo? Now, that aspect will only come in this combo if I am losing in the short position. But in this very trade, I'm already winning in the short position. So there's no need for me to apply dollar cost averaging for the time being. But had it been I was losing in the short position while winning in the long position, I will apply dollar cost averaging for the short position. Now, if you want to learn about dollar cost averaging, I have two tutorials on it. I have the fundamental tutorial and I have the practical tutorial on dollar cost averaging, which is DCA for a short. Now, I will attach the links to those two tutorials on dollar cost averaging in the description below. So the reason why I'm setting stop loss for the short position is because I am already in profit, and I wouldn't like to lose this whole profit that I have accumulated for now. So I will not apply stop loss. And I said my stop loss will either be my entry price or it will be any value in between my entry price and the current market price, as you can see. So there is no need for me to apply dollar cost averaging, seeing that I am already in profit in the short position. Remember, I said the signal that led me to enter this trade says, which I got when I analyzed the market, says I should long cyber, okay? But I decided to open long and short. Do you understand? I decided to open long and short because I want to hit profit both sides. But I know that at the same time, like simultaneously, I can't make profit both sides simultaneously. But I will be making profit in one and be losing in one. So the concentration is on the long position, which is what the signal says. Now, for me to remain on that long position, I have to remove liquidation price. And since I'm already winning in the short position, I have to apply stop loss. No need to apply DCA. But had it been I was losing in the short position, I would have applied DCA. All right, so over here, I was setting my stop loss. Can you see? I was setting my stop loss. Now, this is part of stop loss editing. I have a video, I have a tutorial on how to edit your stop loss. I will attach the link to that tutorial in the description of this video also. So you go check it out, okay? Because I won't talk about it. Now, I was setting my stop loss over here. And as you can see, just for the time being as at that moment, if I set my stop loss at 10.77, I will be making 0.03 as at that point. All right, so I will still make profit whichever way. That is, if the trade now starts going against me in that very short position, if the trade now starts going against my direction in that very short position, and it hit my stop loss, which is 10.77, I will exit the market automatically with 0.03 USDT. Is it clear now? At this point, I have done two things to this trade. Number one is I have successfully removed the liquidation price for the long. Secondly is I have applied stop loss to the short. Can you see it? Because the short was already in profit. I have applied stop loss. And I said my stop loss is what you are seeing over here. Can you see it? So two things have been done to this trade. There's no way I will lose in this trade. Now, at this point, I can even decide to close the market, to close the trade for my short position. I can decide to close it because I'm in profit while I focus on the long position. And for this long position, I will not be liquidated, seeing that I have removed the liquidation price. So as long as this long position decides to misbehave, I will still be in the trade until it reverses and gives me profit. Then I will exit. Is it clear now? So at this point, I have already closed my short position. Remember I said even if I would have decided to close it at that 11% profit, plus 11% profit, or even at 20, because it got to 55% profit, both long and short. The long was minus 55%. The short was plus 55%. I mean, in the live trade, that part I didn't record it, but it got to minus 55% for the long and plus 55% for the short. Now, I could have decided to close the short at such profit, okay? But I just allowed it to hit my stop loss. You know that stop loss I set at 10.77. I just allowed the trade because the trade now started reversing and it went against me in that short position and it hit my stop loss, which was 10.77, okay? So at this point, I have automatically exited that trade for the short, all right? So I was left with the long position, as you can see over here on your screen. So over here, still on the long position, the market reversed and I was in profit. As you can see, I was making plus 28%. Plus 28%. So this tells you, so at this point, I can decide to close this trade now. All I just need to do is to click on close position. So this tells you that first thing first, in the short position, I won because I was in profit, okay? Now, in the long position, which I waited for, I am now finally in profit as well. Do you understand? So I can close at this point. So it means I won in the short and I also won in the long. I hope it's clear now. So this combination is very perfect. It's very, very perfect. Now, somebody may ask, how did I come about the long position function and the short position function on the same interface? That's what we call hedge mode. Now, I have a tutorial I did on how to enable the hedge mode on your Binance futures. I have a tutorial on that, okay, a complete tutorial. So I will attach the link to that very tutorial in the description below. So all the videos you need that will give you the fundamental information you need to navigate the whole of this thing I just taught here, I will attach the whole links in the description below. So when you are done watching this, make sure you check out the description below and watch all the videos one after the other, all right? So I can still decide to set stop loss for this long position trade. I can decide, since I'm in profit, I can decide to set stop loss. Do you understand? Such that is, if I don't want to close it at this 28%, I can set stop loss such that if it starts falling, if the price starts reducing and it hits that my stop loss, then I will exit the market. I will be exited from the market automatically. Do you understand? Yes. So whichever way, if I set stop loss now, whichever way, it means it means it's either it will hit my stop loss or it will keep flying. Whichever way, it's still a win-win. Either it hit my stop loss or the price will keep flying upward. All right. But for the liquidation, I will not be liquidated. So over here, the price was still increasing. The profit was still increasing, which is actually the price. Okay. So I was making plus 33% over here, still in the long position. So as you can see, I have set my stop loss. I just placed my stop loss here. As you can see, just in case. All right, just in case. But while I set the stop loss, the price didn't go down. Rather, it increased. It was previously plus 28%, so it increased to plus 33%. So like I said, it's either it will hit my stop loss while I'm in profit already, either it will hit my stop loss or the price will keep flying. And over here, the price was shooting upward. So here, I was still editing my stop loss. Very smart thing to do. I was still editing my stop loss. I have a full tutorial on how to edit your stop loss. The link to the video is in the description below. I won't teach that in this one not to waste so much time. As you can see, the price was still shooting up from 33% profit to 35% profit. So this combo is perfect. It's perfect. Guys, you need to implement it. You need to practice it. Especially if the signal you got, maybe from me, says long whatever. If it's a long position signal, apply this strategy. Apply this combination I just taught in this tutorial. You need it. But before you apply it, make sure you watch all the fundamental tutorials whose links I attached in the description below. Watch it before you come and rewatch this very one. Or you can watch this one first, then go back and watch those fundamental tutorials, all right? So guys, that will be all for now. I would like you to do me a favor. Just do two things for me. Number one is to like this video, and secondly, to subscribe to this channel. If you know this very tutorial you just watched was kind of an eye-opener to you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. This way you help us to stay and to keep releasing and publishing more videos moving forward. All right, so that will be all for now, guys. I will see you guys again in the forthcoming tutorial. All right, so subscribe so that you don't miss the next video I will publish. Cheers, guys, and we see again.